But one of my travels, I went out of body and ended up on a ship. And in the ship were all these diverse beings. And that's what's on some of these ships you're seeing up there, these big motherships. And this being was at a panel, and she spun around in her chair. She got up and ran to me and gave me this big hug. And I felt this incredible, just love, like long-lost brother reuniting love. It was phenomenal. And when I experienced this energy and just power, you know, incredible power too from her, and just such love, and you know, and her name's Bagit, and she's very involved here too as well. And so if you want to meditate on her and ask to connect with her, you can. Some people, you've actually been some of these beings in a past life, so this is going to really be a soul shocker for you. And you go, oh, you know, these people look familiar. But they're here. They've actually landed in Mexico recently at a town. They were on the ground for a long time. A lot of witnesses saw them, and it freaked them out because they saw their felines, and they never went but they're on the ground, and actually Jaime Maussan talks about that. These are just some of the photographs here, plasma ships and different ships. Here's some of the more metallic ships going by. This was taken by standing up in Shasta. There's a bunch of bug splatters on his windshield, but he got the ship. These are some of the more etheric ships. Here's a guy with a motorcycle. There's the ship. Now see the little antenna on this ship that goes at 45 degrees? These ships are being seen everywhere. They're seen in France and Brazil, and they all look alike. They have a little antenna about 45 degrees. And some of these ships are the inner Earth guys that are coming in right now. So you'll see these, and at night they're just a light. They're a bright light at night when they're flying. Here's one of these little ships in Spain, right here. And it has, you can see the little light antenna off the top of this ship. So these are just more of the ships. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. These are plasma fields during a contact. Okay, here's one of the ships dematerializing. This is this is about, I think she's coming in from almost a 7th dimensional ship. And these ships are alive. And now here's the ship powering down. It's stepping down. And let me go back to this one. It's stepping down in energy. You can see the blue fields around it. You can see it has an auric discharge. And they look organic because they're alive. Their ships are alive and their ships interact with them. And so there's a kind of a symbiotic relationship between them and their ships. And you have to be alive because their ships are ascending, biological ascension to these higher levels. And you have to have the biological. A lot of times you can't take the metal with you to these really high dimensions. But these ships are actually alive in their biological entities, and they ascend and they pop wherever they want to do. We can do that too. These biological ships can do that. We can bilocate, we can ascend. We don't really need a big metal craft to do that. We can do that ourselves. It's happened to me quite a few times. And it's well documented where we bilocated and been in places. You know, I was never there. I met people that knew me and talked with them, and I thought it was a dream. I was in a deep meditation. I just thought I was having a dream, but I was actually there with the people and ate with them. You know, and everything else. It's pretty interesting. So here's our little universe. Here's the Pleiades system. This is where a lot of our ancestors are coming in from right now to turn the planet around. This is Blagi. Blagi is about 430 years old. She's from the Pleiades. She looks about 25. And she's an Ishra. She's a master teacher from the Pleiades. And if you want to meditate, spend some time meditating, call on her. You know, her presence. They're a thought away. You know, everybody goes, you can't go past the speed of light. That's hogwash. You know, thought travels instantaneously. They've proven that. So these beings are a thought away. No matter where they are, they can connect with you. And so by seeing them, by knowing they're here, and just asking for that connection, you'll feel a big warm fuzzy and get all giddy when they come in. And that's how we know when the ships are